What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Nerd Initiative, where we talk comic books, we love movies, we have got your post shows, and more importantly, though, we do love talking to creators, whether it's in the comic book world, it's in the movie world, TV shows. And today we are joined by somebody extraordinary. Jordan Morris is here to talk to us about his upcoming Marvel projects, one of which is out now. Predator Bloodshed, issue number 1, has come out about 2 weeks ago now. So if you haven't picked that up, trust me, you will not be disappointed. If you love the Yautja universe, if you cannot get enough of this new world of the Yautja that we are living in between all the movies and comic books, this is going to be one for you to pick up. But first and foremost, make sure to subscribe to Nerd Initiative anywhere, podcasting platforms, social media, right here on YouTube. Never miss an episode between the boys. We're recapping Daredevil on Mondays. We've got post shows for Monarch. We've got the boys coming up. We've got everything you can. So do that. And without further ado, Jordan, it's been a little while. So thank you. You hit me up, and dude, I'm so glad you did, because last time we got to talk to you about 2 years ago. We got to talk the amazing book that you wrote, Youth Group. Thank before we dive,
spoke to my soul as a kid who went to church in the 90s.
Yes, you're the target market.
Absolutely, and I loved it.
Good.
Before we kind of dive into the amazing world of Marvel that you get to play in now, sure. What can you tell us? You mentioned that you love those characters. Is it still a possibility to kind of bring Youth Group back at some point, or is that kind of just off the radar?
I would like to. Youth Group, for folks who haven't read it, it's the story of a bunch of teenage exorcists who were part of a goofy 90s Bible study. Script by me, art by the great Bowen McGurty. Still out there, still available from first, second books. And I think we would like to do more Youth Group stuff. We don't have any specific plans to right now, but I love that book. I love those characters. Loved working with Bowen. Oh my God. So if folks check it out, definitely, if the more popular it becomes, the more in demand more Youth Group material is. So yeah, if you want a kind of Buffy flavored Shaun of the Dead-ish,
so good. Yes, this is perfect right there.
Check out Youth Group, where you get your books and comics.
Heck yeah. And now, to come 2 years down the road, you're writing some Marvel books. We've got Predator Bloodshed out. You've got some Spider-Man universe coming out. Mm-hmm. Fill us in, man. What has happened in the last couple of years? This is amazing.
Yeah, really cool. I've been really lucky to work with some great IP, some characters that I love, some of my favorite characters, I'll go ahead and say this, some of the best characters of all time. Really, really cool. And it is not lost on me as someone who has been a reader for my whole life, basically, of stuff like this, getting to actually help make it. It's so cool. And seeing your name in a Marvel comic is awesome. I don't think it'll ever get old. I hope not. But yeah, just every time I see it.
If it ever does get old, it's because you've been writing 1,000 issues of Spider-Man, maybe. But
yeah, sure.
This is
even then though.
You get to see. You just go to the comic book shop, and there it is, big bold letters, Jordan Morris, and
it's cool.
That's a surreal thing.
Our one-liners on the freaking reviews that show up, we lose our mind. So I can't imagine being the one who wrote the comic book or drew the comic book. Absolutely. Yeah. So I do want to, Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, I was going to reiterate. I am very lucky, and it's cool, and I'm so stoked on all this stuff, and I can't wait for folks to check it out.
But I do want to start this because Matt laid into Predator, how much he loves Predator. He needs more Predator. I'm somebody who's really not familiar with Predator. The only Predator run I've read was the one versus Wolverine, because I love how Benjamin Percy writes Wolverine. However, I read Predator Bloodshed, and it was hilarious and a great time, and it sucked me in. And so this is not just a comic, I feel like, for diehard Predator fans. So even if you're just a casual fan who just likes comic books, I thought this first issue was a great story. It had so much more to it and layers to it that I can't wait to see where it goes.
It felt like Street Fighter meets this
a reality show.
Yeah. That's definitely Predator meets Street Fighter was part of the pitch. Absolutely.
You're right about that.
And we definitely there's a little bit of a reality TV kind of underground gambling element to it too. So I'm glad you guys dig all that stuff. I'm so stoked on it.
So can you tell us what steps it took to get to this, I assume, very unique Predator storyline? Because I'm not familiar with Predator, but this was this is not what I expected. This is fantastic.
Yeah, no, and Lauren, I am really happy to hear that you are someone who knows the character from pop culture, because obviously the Predator's
Can't
been
avoid
around
it.
since the
Yeah.
80s.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, he's killed everyone in the Marvel universe at this point.
Right.
So yeah, I'm really glad to hear that, Maddie, as someone who loves the movies and the world, that you're stoked on it, and also Lauren, you're stoked on it too, because yeah, there are like, I also love the franchise, and there are deep cut Easter eggs in it to, most of the movies and the comics and stuff. But I think we really did want to make this for just someone who knows the character, who thinks it's cool, who maybe like just knows the Arnold movie, or just like saw Badlands in theaters and is like, give me more of this. So yeah, I'm really glad to hear that, because we're definitely trying to like make a comic for both sets of fans. So that's really cool. Yeah, it started out. So I got asked to do a story in a Predator anthology series that Marvel did called Black, White, and Blood.
Oh,
If
yes,
you haven't
so
checked
excellent.
those out, do it. They rule. Yeah, Marvel does these periodically. It's these kind of very like beautiful comics that are mostly black and white, but with a few kind of pops
With
of
some
color.
blood.
With some blood. Yeah, typically the color in these is blood. So yeah, in this case, the blood is, from the people the Predator is killing, but also it's green blood, so you have these pops of green too. So yeah, I did a story for one of their anthologies. The very nice, very cool editor Martin Bureau over there asked me to do it because he had read an Archie comic I did for Archie did. I don't think they're still putting them out, but they did a line of horror anthology stuff. So these horror stories called Chilling Adventures.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they're great. If you can find them, they're a little bit tough to find, but they're awesome. I love these. I was a fan of them before they asked me to work on them. So yeah, it's basically the Archie gang in horror scenarios getting killed in
I
upsetting
don't know
ways.
why the Archie gang works so well in universes they
It
shouldn't
really,
be in.
They
really
do.
does. There's
Like-
Archie meets the Evil Dead right now.
Or
Which
the
is
Minor Threats one
Yeah.
was a fantastic
There's
run.
so
I
many.
know we're
I
getting a
think-
segue too much.
I think the first one was Archie versus Predator. I think they don't
Oh,
quote me on that, but I think that was so fun little connection there.
Mhm.
So yeah, the people love seeing those guys get killed. I have my theories as to why, but it's really really fun.
the stupid innocent kids. I just
Yeah.
love seeing them ripped to shreds
Get
for
their
some
heads
reason.
chopped off. And yeah, Archie is very continuity light, so you can just kill him on every page and it's fine.
Pretty much, yeah.
So Martin had
Uncle
read.
Ben in every universe.
Oh
Sorry.
yeah, sure. Yeah, who's the only person who's died more than Uncle Ben is Archie. So, that'd be funny to chalk up the most like character deaths, like which character has died the most
Like
times.
Thomas
Oh,
and Martha
yeah.
Wayne.
Oh yeah,
Ben
they gotta be up
Parker,
there. They gotta
Archie.
be up there. Mm-hmm.
Kenny from South Park. Sorry.
Yeah. So I think Martin reached out because of that Archie thing I had done a couple years ago, and just said, we're doing this anthology of Predator things. Do you have any ideas? And so yeah, I sent him over a bunch of ideas, and the thing that we wrote for that anthology was, or thing that I wrote for the anthology, and it was illustrated by the great Raphael Lenko, who's a great Marvel artist. Was a story about the Predators. In a couple of the movies, you see that the Predator has dogs. Like he has a kind of a dog-like creature that kind of fleshes out game. So it's a story about a human adopting one of those dogs and the Predator coming back for it. So that was the story we did for the
Oh.
anthology. And yeah, I think Martin just liked. I think we liked working together. We had fun on that. It was a fun, like easy, cool process. I hope he got that I loved the Predator, and definitely I was trying to show my bona fides by taking kind of a deeper cut element of the movies, like the dogs don't appear in every movie, so I'm like, oh, let's do something about this character we've only seen a couple of times. So I think he knew that I loved the character, and yeah, just said that we want to do a mini. I think the idea is that like people were stoked on Badlands, and hopefully, I think the hope was that it was going to be a hit and awaken more interest in Predator. I think they were right. That movie obviously ripped. And yeah, so I started pitching them ideas for what this miniseries would be. And the thing we landed on was, Maddie, you put it well, the Predator in Street Fighter, the Predator meets Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat. So yeah, I love those games. So it was.
I do too, man. And it shows in your writing as well, in the artwork and everything, because in this first issue, you get a little bit of the Predator, but it really does set up and flesh out what world we're living in.
Yeah.
No matter how far in the future we are, healthcare is still a problem for whatever reason. So,
Yeah.
Sure.
that's just something we're living with. But it was you're 100% right. What Dan Trachtenberg has done for the Predator universe as a whole
Mm-hmm.
has injected new life into it. And you see it
Oh,
across what Marvel's doing. They had the whole, Predator versus series. We've got Badlands, we've got, Prey, we've got the animated, and now we're getting Predator Bloodshed. And so the ending of this comic was awesome because you felt that underlying sense. I think what your writing did, what the artwork did so well, was build that pit in your stomach, because we have scenes of the Yautja just assessing his prey. And so was that kind of a focus? You didn't want to show too much on the first issue, but give just enough, because that's typical of a Predator franchise, is they sit back and watch a little bit.
Yeah. So also, I don't want to go too much further without shouting out Roland Boshi and Rory Coleman, who are doing the art. Geniuses. Oh my God, their Predators are so good.
Amazing.
Their gore is great. There's some great gore coming up in the series. Yeah, I mean, Maddie, I think you hit it. If you watch those Predator movies, especially the original Arnold movie, which is one of the great action movies. Period.
Yeah, hands down.
Such a banger. And yeah, I mean, the first, I don't know, hour of that movie, you don't really see the Predator. Like, I could see you in the 80s going into that movie and being surprised when an alien showed up, because maybe
it feels like a war movie at that point.
Yeah,
it's very much just a bunch of commandos in the going after some South American country, right?
Right. Yeah. So I kind of was thinking about how to replicate that in comics. Like, obviously the Predator's on the cover. You don't want to wait 5 issues for the guy to start killing people.
Sure.
But I was like, let's kind of have some of that suspense of that original movie where you see something watching them from the rafters, something with heat vision. And then kind of, a little more towards
when
the
you
back
introduce him, it's pretty brutal, man.
Yeah, he wrecks shop. So yeah, we were definitely thinking about how those movies are set up, and that's kind of usually how it is. So
right.
So yeah, I think that was a big part of the thinking, was that like you want a little setup, and I think I did want to make like time for the characters and like setting them up, because I think something people don't talk about when they talk about those movies is that most of them are great ensembles. Like, you remember Arnold absolutely from that original movie, but like Carl Weathers and Jesse Ventura, and I forget the name of the actor, but Billy, the guy who plays Billy,
he cuts his
carves
chest
himself with the knife when he's going on the like.
I forget his name too, when he's the dude who psychopathically dry shaves, but he's there and he's giving the and then he just like looks
Mac.
over. Yeah, Mac, that's it. Yes. You're right. Ensemble movie right there, man.
And I mean, like, Badlands is a weirdo ensemble movie, right? Like, it's about this little family coming together. It's the little critter. It's the robot.
Well, he's kind of an outcast in the his community. His dad's king, and he's kind of just seen as the runt. But then he also meets, the half robot, cybernetic, and working with the Wayland Yutani. But you're 100% right. It works because they play off characters so well, and I think you do such a great job of also building up the characters, because we are introduced to these characters in this, and each person has something different, whether they're upgrading themselves, whether they are fighting because their son needs the healthcare and that kind of thing. And you really do capture that spirit of the ensemble, like we just mentioned.
Yeah, so I hope that like that comes across, of like, yeah, I do. The draw of this thing is the Predator murking
people come to see. Yeah, like at the end of the day, it's like Godzilla, right? You've come to see aliens killing other beings, and you definitely get that in this opening issue.
But I also wanted it to have characters who you rooted for, and you worried about them and stuff like that, and had a little fun. And I don't. It's not super packed with comedy, but I do hope there's some laughs. There are. I mean, the movies do have like very memorable laugh lines and stuff like that. So,
you are one ugly son of stuff like that.
Totally. I know. So yeah, I hope that that original movie works so well. It's like perfect. And so yeah, I just kind of wanted to kind of look at what made it work so well and kind of try and put some of those great qualities into the comic. So
for sure. And before we kind of move on, and I let Lauren drive, because you got a lot of great things coming up too. What can you give us in about 2 sentences to tease where this run is going to go?
Yeah. So I think that like it What can I say about it that's fun? I mean, I think you're going to get to know more of the competitors. Do you guys remember the movie Over the Top? It is the Sylvester Stallone arm wrestling trucker movie.
I have seen that once in my friend's garage. I think we were like 13 years old. Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about now.
It's so weird. It totally rips. But there's this moment in Over the Top when they get to the arm wrestling competition, where you get all these 2-camera interviews with these wacko arm wrestling guys who I think in the were actual championship arm wrestlers for the movie. So they're all these crazy-eyed weirdos, and I like that convention. I took that convention, and I think we're going to see some more we're going to see some interviews with the other fighters where we're going to learn more about their backstories, while kind of cutting back and forth to
I'm a sucker for that.
Yes. And I think we got a cool bad guy lurking in the wings, and so I think I've done some good writing in my life.
I was going to say, I feel like this feels like a love letter to a lot of the things in the 80s and early 90s that we really grew up on and loved, man.
Yeah, totally. And I think that the point I was going to make was that, I don't think I've ever written anything that you would say goes hard. I think this goes hard. Some messed up stuff's gonna happen, and I think it'll be really fun. I hope folks check out the first issue if you hadn't, and
Absolutely.
if you liked it, please keep reading. Ask your local comic book shop to order you all 5 issues because it's gonna get wild.
I'm into the wild now, Lauren. I know we've had some questions when you got excited because we're going from Predator to something kind of vastly different. How did we go from Predator to the Amazing Spider-Man, where you're bringing Venom, you're bringing Spider-Man, you got Spider-Versity coming out here as well?
Yeah. Let's talk about Spider-Versity. I would love to. I'm very excited about it. I worked on it a little bit today. So, I got a very nice, very unexpected email from Nick Lowe, who is the editor over there at Spider-Man. He's the editor of the Spider family of books. And he asked if I would want to co-write a kind of Spidey family mini-series with Joe Kelly. Joe Kelly.
I love Joe. He's amazing.
I know.
Yes.
I've been reading Joe Kelly since the 80s.
Right.
He's a legend, and he's doing such great work on ASM right now. And I've been such a fan of that run, and getting to do a story that is in the something that jumps off the stuff he's doing in that run is just so cool. So Joe had this idea, and I don't quote me on this. I think the name Spider-Versity was pitched by Al Ewing at a summit, and they just liked the portmanteau of it so much that Joe kind of had this idea of the kind of the non-Pete members of the Spider family. So we're talking Gwen, we're talking Miles, we're talking Cindy Moon, Spider-Boy, Spider-Girl.
I love that because we're getting to spend time with characters we don't typically get to spend time with.
Yeah, and I'm a big Spidey reader and read most of the books in the line. But I think if you just read ASM or something, these characters kind of pop in and out, but maybe you haven't gotten to know them. I love them. They're it's such an awesome cast. And I think this is part of this is kind of an explicit part of the story is that they could be the X-Men, they could be the Avengers. Some of them are so powerful and some of them are so competent. Like Spider-Girl, she can steal powers. She has a rogue power stealing ability, and it's they're known as these kind of scrappy, kind of
kid characters.
Yeah, exactly. But they have so much potential, and they could be the X-Men, and I think so. I guess something else you have to know about what's happening in ASM. Spoiler alert if you're not caught up. Norman Osborn, while Pete has been in space, we love comics, don't we? While Pete has been in space, Norman has had on the spider costume, and he's been going around trying
things we never saw coming for 3000. Alex, come on.
No kidding. So Norman Osborn, the Green Goblin, he's kind of purged the Goblin from his psyche for now. And he's kind of been trying to do some good in the world, and that in kind of part of that good is he is training the spiders to work as a team. And they're doing that in a wing of Empire State University that he bought because he's a bazillionaire.
Of course.
So it's a training academy, but also the spiders are getting to go to college, So I think I wanted to bring in a little flavor.
Fantasy, obviously, because billionaires helping the universe. No, I'm just kidding.
Yes, I know. God forbid. A billionaire did something nice. Wild. So yeah, I think I wanted to bring in some of the flavor from like college movies, like Pitch Perfect or Animal House or Legally Blonde, like college movies. Because the title Spider-Versity, it just kind of makes you think of like, the spider characters having a college adventure.
They're just all hanging out, man. Like, yeah.
Yeah, so I think you're going to get to see them like fight bad guys and train together and deal with the insane emotional Jenga game because Norman Osborn is teaching them, and especially if you're Gwen Stacy, maybe that's not the thing you want to happen immediately.
Right.
So yeah, and so they so there's a lot going on in it, but hopefully there's also like some fun stuff of like a Spidey adventure at college. So yeah, I don't know. I'm having so much fun. The book's turning out lovely. Shout out to Perry Perez who is drawing it. Just like, I mean, okay, so the guy is like a trained jiu-jitsu master. So basically he wrote me an email saying like, hey, you can leave these fights, kind of vague if you want to, because I got ideas.
He was like, hey, so that's not how this is. We're good here.
He's like, you don't need to like choreograph too much. My hands are a deadly weapon. And so yeah, he's just like been awesome and is drawing the heck out of it. And I can't wait for people to see it. I think it's so cool. Yeah.
Well, I feel like the timing for something with Spider-Versity is so great because like we've been introducing kids to, Gwen Spider. What do they? I don't even know what they call her. They don't call her Spider-Gwen.
Ghost Spider.
Ghost Spider.
That's what it is.
I got corrected by my friend's like 4-year-old recently, and I'm like, I'm sorry, excuse me, because that's what they're calling her in the cartoon.
Do you know who I am?
But they've been doing, Into the Spider-Verse and Across the Spider-Verse, and I was reading Miles Morales like with my 8-year-old, and so it seems like a good timing because these kids have been introduced to it. To take them to college. You want to grow up with these characters, so it makes sense that the characters are essentially growing up, even if it's under Norman Osborn's thumb.
Can't go wrong there by any means. Norman Osborn doing anything wrong? Nothing could possibly go wrong.
Yes, this will all go smoothly, right?
It's okay. He's a scientist. He'll be fine.
He's great.
Scientists never do evil things.
He is something of a scientist himself.
So how many issues is this one going to go?
5 issues. So yeah, it's a 5-issue miniseries. We got a big bad for you. I cannot say who it is. It's someone very cool. And some
immediately want to start guessing and don't want to ruin it, so I'm not going to immediately start. I don't want to ruin it for myself.
My first thought in my head was like, oh my God.
Not say anything.
Exactly. Cool. We don't want to hear anything. Yeah.
I don't know. It's gonna be great. It's 5 issues, so it'll be a full story for you. But I don't know. I think everybody likes the idea of Spider-Versity, and hopefully it's a hit. And
oh yeah,
Spider-Man's kind of popular.
Spider-Man, well, not for nothing too. Is
popular.
Comic books are a great way for kids to get into reading. Period. And kids also are always drawn to Spider-Man. So this is going to open them up to a world that they never thought possible. Because when we look at Spider-Man media, Norman Osborn, bad guy. You spend a lot of time with Peter Parker or recently Miles Morales. But what you're doing is you're introducing everybody, kind of building upon that Spider-Verse and giving them something new and fresh and exciting into a kid, let alone an adult who's sitting here going, oh my God, I'm actually really can't wait to see how this goes. That's even more special. And then as if that wasn't enough, you also have a one-shot of Venom coming out in April.
Web of Venom coming out April 8th. Art by Luke Ross and Ramon Rosanas, two total geniuses who are drawing the heck out of it. Yeah, this is fun. So this is one where it's like the less said the better. I want to tease it, but like it's got a
tease away. Yeah, get everybody on the hook. Let's do it.
So this is about a Marvel character you might not expect getting a symbiote. This is about a character that
immediately thought somebody. I'm gonna stop. Yeah,
I know. we shouldn't do this. I've looked on a couple of internet threads where people are guessing. I don't think anyone's got it. No one I've seen has gotten it yet.
Oh, that's gonna be so fun to like search and be like, nope.
And there's a clue.
Nope.
There's a clue in the press release, but I don't think anybody's decoded it yet. So yeah, it's a Marvel character you might not expect who gets that a power of the symbiote that we've seen in Venom and Carnage and all our buddies, and yeah, it's a character that I really love. I something great about the Spidey universe is like, yeah, we love Venom, we love Carnage, we love Norman Osborn, Doc Ock, some great villains, but like, Spidey has these C-list guys who are all so weird and funny, like. It's the guys in the animal suits. It's the guys who hang out at the bar with no name.
Like, what is it, the rhinoceros? I fought a guy in a rhinoceros costume.
Yeah.
Poor Andrew Garfield.
I know. So it's a real it's a real love letter to those weirdos. So yeah, it's really fun. I don't want to say too much and like spoil the fun of reading it.
Right.
But like, I think if you like the Spidey extended cast, I think it's a flavor of Venom that kind of plays off of the like kind of buddy comedy element of it, where sometimes sometimes the symbiote and the host are at odds. So sometimes they want different things, and sometimes it can be fun and dramatic and interesting. It's a one shot. I should mention the symbiote is a familiar red and blue color. He looks a little Spidey-esque, so that'll be a fun little wrinkle. Gorgeous covers, by the way. We got a Peach Momoko, we got a Scotty Young, all the good covers. So yeah, this is a one shot, and again, it's I think something we would like to explore more. So if you dig the one shot and pick it up, yeah, maybe we'll get to tell some more stories about our unexpected symbiote host.
That's exciting.
I feel like one shots are perfect for people who are like don't know where to dive in or don't know what to do. Grab a one shot and enjoy it.
Just get in there.
See where it takes you.
Yeah, I hope folks can just I mean, if anything, you're going to see the cover and you're going to go, oh my god, this cover is so awesome, because we have so many great ones. So yeah, I think if folks pick it up, it'll be a fun read with a beginning, middle, and an end. We tell you who it is, so you're not waiting 10 issues.
You're not sitting there like, oh my god, this is a one shot and I'm still waiting. What are we doing?
So I think it'll be a fun read regardless of if it continues, but I sure hope it does.
I hope it does too. And you got a lot of great things, and it's been great catching up. So do you have any convention appearances? Is there anywhere where can people find you? What do you have happening? Spring is packed. What's happening through spring and into summer?
Oh, totally. Yeah. I don't have any con stuff lined up just yet. I have some, I'm going to do some, book signings and stuff when the comics come out, kind of mostly around the Southern California area where I live. But I hope to get some other places too. So, yeah, I would say if you want to come say hi and get a book signed, definitely follow me on Instagram at jordandavidmorris. There's a lot of social media sites these days.
Listen, they just keep popping up, and it's I guess I'm gonna see what works today. It's one of those things.
Like a lethal weapon moment. I'm too old for this shit.
I know. Yeah. Yep. Yep. From the mouth of a predator star.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. What? Come
Predator
on.
2. It's great.
I haven't seen any of the Predator movies. We started this conversation with me saying literally the only thing I've read of Predator was.
I still feel like anybody knows Danny Glover. They know that the heat of Los Angeles got to him.
I heard Carl Weathers and I got excited. I might have to give these a shot.
They're fun. They're a blast. Yeah,
they are absolutely. And
so yeah, I would say follow me there. I'm definitely going to be in a lot of places around Southern California, but hopefully other spots as well. So please hit me up and come by if I'm in your area.
Yes, and get youth group too. That was so freaking good.
Youth group has been amazing, absolutely. And then I can't speak enough praises to what you and the team are doing for Predator.
Me too, and I'm not even a Predator fan.
Lauren didn't even know Danny Glover was in Predator, for example, and she's on board. So, I'm going to be there at Lauren's house for MegaCon in 2 weeks. So who knows? Instead of Supernatural, we're going to probably dive into Predator. Who knows? So make sure though, first and foremost, everybody out there listening to this, that you go check out Predator, you go check out Spider-Versity, you check out Youth Group and the one shot of Venom coming out. Support amazing creators like Jordan that are doing such fun things, have such a deep love for it. And dude, as always, I just want to say thank you so much for taking the time to come and share all this with us, man. It's always a pleasure.
Fun chat. Yeah. Okay. One more tease. I saw something that I think.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So behind Lauren, you have a poster of a famous Wolverine cover.
Oh yeah.
It's him with the claws beckoning. Do you know who drew that? I don't. I feel like I had it as a kid. Do you know anybody know off the top?
I literally have the comic and the shirt, and I do know who's drawn it.
It's from the Claremont run. Oh
yeah.
dang it.
It's anyways. We have a little homage to that in Web of Venom. So yeah, we definitely want to remind people of all our Marvel favorites. So that's something else you can look for.
That's amazing.
Web of Venom. So
see, there's so much deep appreciation just in this conversation of what you guys have throughout all the lores, which sucks me in because I'm a lore nerd. I love all that stuff, building these worlds. And if you are like me, guys, check this out. And like I said, Jordan, thank you so much for hanging out with us and spending the time and sharing all this stuff. I know I'm going to be picking these up. I've already checked out our review of Predator Bloodshed. Pick up your copy, tag us, tag Jordan, tag the entire art team, Marvel Comics, if you've picked it up, because that's the way we get more of this stuff, right?
Oh, totally.
If you read it,
absolutely.
Yeah, 100%. If you read it, you consume it, that's how we get more of this. And if you're like me, I want more. And so I will come to your house. Not really, but please do. And everybody else, make sure to subscribe, hit the notification button, because, you know, at the end of the day, yeah, it feels weird saying, but we do run a business here. So
ships our soul away.
I know, weird. So thank you again. Lauren, any final thoughts?
No, even if you don't like Predator, go check it out. If you like good stories, go check it out. I don't know what else to say. Like, I'm not a Predator fan. You are. We both loved it.
Yeah, it's something out there for everybody. We will see you guys next time. Stay tuned. Lots of great interviews, lots of great comic books, new comic book days every single Wednesday. So stay tuned. Check out the website, www.nerdinitiative.com. Cheers.